Luke, a good way to finish the season. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, I thought we dominated from minute one, if I'm honest. I thought as defensive attitude and the way we went about the game, I thought were unbelievable, really. They pretty much struggled to get out of their own half, and like I say, we put a lot of emphasis on his attitude and defence, and I thought the boys were brilliant tonight. We got a little bit loose in the second half, and I'd like to really put them to the sword a little bit, but a lot of his errors were from the lads that were leaving. Unfortunately for me, so even though we won, I kind of would like to have been a little bit more ruthless in the way that we played, but the errors were coming from lads that were leaving. I think they wanted to put on a bit of a show before they left, which is fair enough.
One lad who isn't leaving, that try from Tui just before half time, I don't think he'd have done that round 2 or 3, would he?
Oh no, look, he's an exceptional player. In 2022, he were up there with Man of Steel. Really, he wasn't far off. We know we've got a good player on us. When he's on form too, he can be electric. We've just got to basically put him in positions that he can showcase that.
It's a pity the try of the season was given out on Monday, wasn't it, really? Because that's up there, isn't it?
Yeah, to be fair, he did come to me afterwards and he said, Elliot Wallace won it. And he did walk it straight in the change room. The first thing he said was, we need to do the try of the season again, Robbo, and started giggling. But no, a good try.
You're saying the basis on that was the defence. I mean, even the first set of the game set the standard, didn't it, for you? They didn't get out of their own 20.
Yeah. I think there were probably 5-6 times that we kept them within the 20. The only thing that really were troubling us were the 20-40 potential that they nearly got a couple of times. But I just thought, generally, your defence generally showcases what your mentality is, and I thought we came with a really tough mentality today. We were prepared to do the hard stuff, and and that's what happens when you do that.
A lot of changes for today's game, and a lot of the guys were coming back in are the ones you mentioned who are leaving. And was it a collective effort from the group to see them off in style tonight?
Oh, of course. The good teams, the Melbournes, and in every other sport really, the good teams, when there's milestones or somebody's leaving or something big's happening within the club, that if you've got players that genuinely care about the teammates and the club, then they'll perform in them moments. And I made a real big emphasis. Look, Seb Fifo's been here for a long time. He's been immense. Seb, one of the nicest blokes you've ever met, a wrecking ball. You've got Chris Hill, who's probably he's one of the most capped England players ever. We've been very fortunate, that he's donned a Huddersfield shirt. You've got one of my favourite players, Ollie Russell. His journey was with me. We've come through the academy system together and progressed, and he's been, if I'm honest, something I'm going to try and not let happen again. There were too many of my academy players that are playing in different clubs now. Jake Wardle, Ross, Innes. There's a lot of my academy lads that I come up with that are playing in different teams now, so it'd be nice to keep hold of them. And him losing him, obviously, Adam Milner. He hasn't been here very long, ads, but he's a really, really good bloke and tough as teak and puts his body on the line. Those are the ones that were playing tonight.
And obviously now got to plan for an off-season. Your first full off-season as a head coach. Have you started filling in the blanks yet and getting ready for it?
Yeah, obviously. The first thing I've had to do is get my staff in order, if I'm honest. I've been doing this now for I don't know how many weeks it is by myself. I coach the under-13s at Sill, and I've got 2 assistants. And I coach Huddersfield Giants, and I'm by myself. And me, myself, and Irene. I feel a bit like Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins with everything going on. I'm doing it all by myself. So the first thing I've done is sort the staff, sort an assistant. The S&C's leaving as well, which that plays a big part in your preparation towards next year, and he's leaving, so we're in the process of finding somebody in that role. So it's been a lot of that going on at the moment, yeah.
So it's been busy?
A little bit, yes. I look very tired. I've aged about 10 years, haven't I?
Just to make you feel at ease, Craig has said he's in the same boat as you at the moment, so yeah, don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, I speak to Craig quite a bit, and I've done recently in the past couple of weeks, and I think they're in a very similar situation to us. They're a little bit sort of behind the eight ball, a little bit in certain circumstances.
What were the most pleasing aspects about tonight for you?
The effort and attitude. The effort and attitude. When you've got nothing to play for, I always say this, but you've always got something to play for. You know, you're in the wrong profession if you don't want to win every single game. You don't want to do yourself proud first and foremost, your family proud, and then obviously the club you represent and the fans, and obviously our owner who's been incredible. So that's probably what I'm most proud of, and giving them something to cheer about at the death.
Is there any frustration that you didn't see that kind of performance more often this season?
Oh yeah, a little bit, of course. Yeah, of course. There's been a lot of things that have gone on off the field which have probably contributed to that. You know, it was only last week. I played a lot of young lads last week. I played a bit of a mixed match team. We haven't pretty much had a starting 17 out on the field all year, and it makes a big difference when you do.
I know you're still on the lookout for signings. Have you got a few to announce? There's a few names knocking around like George King, Liam Sutcliffe. Can you confirm those?
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. They should be good players for us if we do get them. Look, we are obviously, you know, when you look at certain clubs, they're talking about 26. I know it's crazy, but they're talking about 26. But we're still in 25 at the moment. But you know, the players that we've got coming in next year, we think will add some quality, and not only the good players, but the good people as well, and good leaders. Which there's going to be a bit of a void that needs filling, because a lot of the lads that are leaving have got a lot of experience, so we need some experienced boys coming in.
Have you decided on your assistant coach yet?
Nearly, yes. Yeah. Not far off.
When will we get a name? Soon?
I think it's in the next week or so. Okay. I think, if he agrees. Might pull out yet.
You were saying earlier in the week you had to try and bring like the players a bit closer together, maybe with the fans and just generally. Do you think you've got to change the culture here? Is that part of the job that, obviously with Watto having been sacked, it obviously wasn't right, but have you got to change the culture here?
I think so, a little bit, yeah. I mean, really, culture gets branded around a lot. In professional sport in particular, gets branded. Really, culture is, all it is it's the standards you set for yourself and the people around you. And we probably fell down a few of our standards this year, and what I expect, not only the players but the staff and everybody associated with this great club. You know, we want to make the people of Huddersfield proud, the fans proud, Ken Davey proud, and we want to do everything right. And I think, some of the standards I think we can make sure we uphold a little bit better next year.